Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NFL slate for Monday night for Week 9 Monday Night Football. We got a game between the Cowboys and the Cardinals on Monday night, and I've got two plays I like for this game that we're going to share and give out in this video, give some information, some analysis behind why I like these plays. Now, before we do get started, make sure that you guys hit that like button down below if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and play $5. You're going to get $50 worth of free lineups for signing up and using that code NOAH. And then also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper, so I want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app, use promo code NOAH, get your first deposit matched up to $100, and you'll also get a free $20 entry. So just for signing up for Sleeper, they're going to give you a free $20 entry, no deposit required. This is going to be an easy way for you to try out the Sleeper app without even having to put any money in. So it's a way for you to basically get a risk-free way to try out the app. I recommend you guys definitely download the Sleeper app while this promo is still going on. I don't know how long they're going to do this promo for, but while it's available, I want to promote it to you guys. Again, you get a risk-free $20 entry just for signing up for Sleeper and using code NOAH, and then you still will get your first deposit matched up to $100 as well. So check out the Sleeper app, guys, if you don't have an account over there yet. But yeah, let's talk about some Prizepicks plays here that I like for this Week 9 Monday Night Football game. Now, I do want to recap our plays from our last video from the Sunday slate. Gave out three picks for Sunday and went 3-0. So hopefully you guys tailed. We made some money on the Sunday slate. The three plays that we gave out were Quentin Johnston over 4.5 targets, Bo Nix over 15.5 fantasy score, and then Ashton Jeanty over 13.5 fantasy score, all cashed. Hopefully you guys tailed, made some money with us. Also gave out 6 picks on Patreon with 6-0 on our Patreon plays. So just an all-around really good NFL Sunday. Hit on the YouTube plays, hit on the Patreon plays. If you guys, again, want more Prizepicks plays from me, I do provide those over on Patreon pretty much every single day, covering NFL, NBA, college football. Check that out. Linked down below in the description if you are interested. And right now, guys, I am feeling under the weather. I've been sick for like the last few days. You can probably tell in my voice. I've been dealing with a really bad cough. Hopefully, I'll be able to get through this video without coughing up. But like it's been bad lately. But I'm gonna try and push through, get through this video, and let's talk about some plays I like for this Monday Night Football game. So, first prop I like for Monday night is going to be a fantasy score. So we're actually going to look at two fantasy scores that I'm liking for this game. The first one's going to be on Javonte Williams. So I like Javonte Williams for more than 15 fantasy scores. So Javonte Williams has been one of the biggest surprises this year. He has had a really, really good season. He's been a really good fantasy running back. Just has had a really good role, getting a lot of usage. You look at his touches per game so far this season in the games he's played in. 17 touches, 24 touches, 15, 23, 17, 18, 20, 14. Like he's getting at least 14 to 15 touches every game. He's had a couple games with over 20 touches. The volume is great for Javonte Williams, and he also gets good usage in the passing game, which on Prizepicks, getting running backs that can catch passes, that's huge for fantasy score because you get a point per reception to go along with all the points they get on the ground, to go along with the points they score through touchdowns if they get into the end zone. And Javonte Williams, he's been a great fantasy running back this year, getting elite volume. It's a good spot here at home, 3-point favorites against the Cardinals. This game does have a really high total, 54 total, which is the highest of all the Week 9 games. So I think we might see a shootout in this Monday Night Football game. At least the total kind of suggests that. It's also being played in Dallas, indoors, so no weather concerns here. Good turf, game environment, stuff like that. And if we look at Javonte Williams this season, he's been really good at home this year. In their home games this season, he has put up, in terms of fantasy points, 25 against the Giants, 19 against the Packers, 21.8 against Washington. So if you want to factor that in, he's 3 for 3 going over this fantasy score line at home this season. I think it's a good spot for Javonte Williams to continue to get a bunch of usage, continue to get a bunch of volume. And if you just look at where his projections are set at for Monday night, So he's projected for about 81.5 rush plus receiving yards. So he's projected for about 80 total yards. He's favored for over 2.5 catches, so he's expected to get 3 catches. If he gets 80 yards and 3 catches, that's 11 fantasy points. And then you got to factor in touchdowns. He's favored to score a touchdown. His touchdown prop on Prizepicks is a goblin, which means it's favored to the over. So if he gets 80 yards, 3 catches, and a touchdown, that's 17 fantasy points. So I think 15 fantasy score on Javonte Williams here. I think this line's a bit low. I think this line should be like 16.5. I think 15 is definitely a point or two too low in the spot. And I think the matchup against the Cardinals is a fine one. The Cardinals have been middle of the pack this year when it comes to allowing yards, fantasy points to running backs. I think the matchup is totally fine for Javonte Williams. But the usage is what we really like. Just has such a good role, playing 70+% of the snaps almost every week, getting a ton of volume. That's really what you want to bet on. So that's what I like as our first play for Monday night. And then the other prop that I like on the other side is another fantasy score. And we're going to take Marvin Harrison for more than 12 fantasy scores. So Marvin Harrison has not, has not had as good of a season this year. He's been up and down, but I think this is a good spot for him to really get going in a matchup against the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been one of the worst defenses in the NFL this year. They've been one of the worst pass defenses. They've just been a team you can beat all around, especially through the air. If you look at what the Cowboys have allowed this season to opposing wide receivers, they're giving up the second most receiving yards, the most touchdowns, and the most fantasy points per game. Like, no team has given up more touchdowns than the Cowboys, and the next team, so the Cowboys have given up 15 receiving touchdowns to wide receivers this year. The next highest team is the Lions, and they've allowed 11 receiving touchdowns. So, like, this Cowboys defense is just giving up a ton of yards, a ton of touchdowns. Obviously, that's great for fantasy score. That's what you want. You want yards, you want touchdowns, you want catches, and the Cowboys give up all that. I think this is a really good spot for Marvin Harrison Jr., and we will be seeing Jacoby Brissett start at quarterback on Monday night, but I don't think that's really much of a downgrade for Marvin Harrison. Now, I know Marvin Harrison has gone under this line in both of their last 2 games with Jacoby Brissett, but Jacoby Brissett has had a good game. He's been throwing the ball a ton. Like, their last 2 games, he's had 44 pass attempts, 36 pass attempts. He's getting a ton of volume. Like, they're letting Jacoby Brissett go out there and sling it. I mean, Jacoby Brissett is a veteran. He's been in the NFL for a while, so he's a guy that knows how to play. It's not like we're getting Marvin Harrison playing with like a third-string quarterback or something. Like, he's playing with a guy that has experience. Would we rather have Kyler Murray out there instead of Jacoby Brissett? Honestly, I don't know. Like, I think having Jacoby Brissett at quarterback is not that bad. They're not going to run like any quarterback runs because obviously Jacoby Brissett not very mobile. So I think we will see plenty of pass attempts for the Cardinals here, which should mean plenty of opportunity for Marvin Harrison to feast in a really, really good matchup. I mean, you look at the last 2 games with Jacoby Brissett, obviously they've not been good, but like, he still had 6 targets last week against Green Bay, had 2 targets against the Colts, but like, he's had some some good matchups, and he's done well in good matchups. Like, he had a really good game against Tennessee. I think there was another game earlier this year. He had a good matchup, and he did really well. He did really well against, I think he did well against the Saints. He had 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Had a decent game. He had a decent game against Seattle, 6 for 66 and 1. Like, when he's had good matchups, he's done well. I think this is by far the best matchup that Marvin Harrison has had all season. So if there was ever a spot for Marvin Harrison to really break out, I feel like this is it. I think Marvin Harrison is poised for a bounce-back week here after having a couple down games the last 2 games. I mean, facing Green Bay, that's a really tough spot. The Colts, they've been a really good team this year. They've been a good defense. Like, he's not really had the best matchups as of late. This is obviously one of the best matchups you can get. So these are the 2 props, guys, that we're going to roll with for Monday Night Football, Week 9, Colts and Cardinals. Or, excuse me, not Colts and Cardinals, Cowboys and Cardinals. We got 2 plays here. Hopefully we can go 2-0 and hit both these props for Monday night, carry over our success from the Sunday slate. Went 3-0 on Sunday. Let's try and run it back here and go 2-0 on these Monday night plays. But as always, guys, I appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. I do appreciate your support. Make sure to hit that like button down below for me, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. And again, if you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks or Sleeper, go sign up. Go sign up for Prizepicks. Use code NOAH. Get those $50 worth of free lineups. And then go sign up for Sleeper. Use code NOAH. Get that deposit bonus and get that free $20 entry as well. But as always, guys, I appreciate your support, man. Appreciate you guys sticking with me, sticking through this. I know it's it's tough right now because I'm really struggling to make these videos. I'm struggling to talk right now. I've been coughing like crazy all day, but I love doing the content. I really want to try and grind it out, even though I don't feel the best right now. And I wanted to make a video for this Monday Night Football game. So let's make some money on this game, guys. Appreciate your support. Let's get some money and let's try and keep this rolling, guys. But yeah, best of luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video.